Hello students, once again I am here to continue with the first chapter of class 10 chemistry, that is chemical reactions and equations. In my previous class I have explained to you about the different types of chemical reactions: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction reaction. There are 5 types of chemical reactions. We will be discussing each type in this chapter. And in my previous class, I have taught you the first type of chemical reaction, that is combination reaction. When two or more substances combine together to form a single substance, it is called combination reaction. We have discussed several examples also. Today, we are going to study the second type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reaction. As the name suggests, you know the meaning also, to decompose something. So what is decomposition? Splitting up of a single substance into two or more substances is known as decomposition. So decomposition reaction is the reaction in which one substance splits into two or more substances. Several examples are there for decomposition reaction. The examples given in your books are, first one is, take some ferrous sulfate crystal in a test tube. Ferrous sulfate, FeSO4. This is ferrous sulfate. And you must remember one more thing. The color of ferrous sulfate is green. So ferrous sulfate crystals are green in color. So take some ferrous sulfate crystals in a test tube and heat it. On heating this ferrous sulfate, you can see the color of the substance that is left out in the test tube will turn into brown. And you can see that some gases are also evolving, because this FeSO4 on heating decomposes to ferric oxide, Fe2O3, ferric oxide plus SO2 plus SO3. See, a single substance on heating decomposes to form 3 substances: ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide gas and sulfur trioxide gas. So this is ferric oxide. And remember, ferric oxide is brown in color. So we can conclude, if you want to balance it, it is 2 FeSO4 gives Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. Now you can see it is balanced on both the sides. So this is an example of decomposition reaction. FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, is solid crystal. This will also be solid, and these two are gases. SO2 and SO3 are gases. So this is a typical example of decomposition reaction. Heating of ferrous sulfate is an example of decomposition reaction. While heating the green colored ferrous sulfate, it will turn into brown colored ferric oxide, and 2 more gases will be evolved, SO2 and SO3. Okay. Yes, now you are given another examples, and that is heating of limestone. Limestone is chemically CaCO3, calcium carbonate. What is the natural form of calcium carbonate? Calcium carbonate or limestone is naturally found. It is found in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. There is a lot of deposit of limestone. This limestone is chemically same as your seashells. Seashells is also calcium carbonate. And our marble is also calcium carbonate. Chalk, white chalk, is also chemically calcium carbonate. When this calcium carbonate is again heated, It decomposes to form calcium oxide, or it is known as quicklime, and CO2, carbon dioxide gas. So CaCO3 is limestone and its chemical name is calcium carbonate. On heating, decomposes to form quicklime. This is CaO is known as quicklime and the chemical name is calcium oxide. And carbon dioxide gas. So here also you can see a single substance decomposes to form two substances. And remember one more thing, energy is evolved in both the reaction. Heat is supplied here and heat is supplied here. So on heating, this reaction occurs. Another one more example is given, lead nitrate on heating. Heating of lead nitrate crystals. Yes. Take about 2 gram lead nitrate powder in a boiling tube and heat it. What do you observe? Lead nitrate is PbNO3 twice. Lead nitrate PbNO3 twice is lead nitrate. Again on heating gives PbO plus NO2 plus O2. Balancing NO2 plus O2. Yes. So, on heating lead nitrate decomposes to lead oxide, NO2 gas and O2 gas. This is nitrogen dioxide. This nitrogen dioxide gas is brown in color. So you can see the brown fumes of NO2 on heating lead nitrate crystals. The lead nitrate will turn into lead oxide along with the liberation of two gases NO2 and O2. This NO2, nitrogen dioxide gas, is brown in color. So these are the three typical examples of decomposition reaction. Everywhere you can see only one substance in reactant and two or more substance in the reactants. One more thing is common. Everywhere heat was given. So energy is given to take place this reaction. Such reactions are called endothermic reaction. The reaction that take place with the supply of any form of energy, mainly heat, is known as endothermic reaction. Whereas in the previous class we have seen the first reaction, combination reaction, was exothermic reaction. Heat was liberated in those reactions. Heat was liberated. Here heat is absorbed. So this is endothermic reaction. Now there are many more examples of decomposition reaction. These are the decomposition reactions where heat is evolved or heat is given to take part this reaction. In the same way, using electricity also decomposition reactions can be conducted. A very simple and very common decomposition reaction is decomposition of water by passing electricity. It is also known as electrolysis of water. You might have seen in smaller classes, water can be decomposed to its constituent substances, that is hydrogen and oxygen, by passing electricity. This is known as electrolysis of water. And you know that for electrolysis of any substance we need an electrolytic cell. An electrolytic cell is an arrangement where basically three things are always needed. What are they? A container and the substance which is to be decomposed. That substance which is to be decomposed is known as electrolyte. Here the electrolyte that we are taking is water, H2O. And then we use two metal pieces to conduct electricity through it, which is known as electrodes. These electrodes are connected to the negative and positive terminals of a battery. The one which is connected to negative terminal of the battery is known as cathode. And the one which is connected to positive terminal of the battery is known as anode. So basically this is the arrangement in every electrolytic reaction. This is known as electrolysis. So electrolysis means the chemical process in which a substance is decomposed by passing electricity through it. Every ionic compound can be decomposed by passing electricity. We will study about ionic compounds in the coming chapter of this year. So when electricity is passed through water, you can see this water H2O will be split into hydrogen and oxygen. So water, that is H2O, on passing electricity, or this process is called electrolysis, it will split into H2 and O2. Okay. Now you can see here, where do we get hydrogen and where do we get oxygen? Hydrogen ions are positively charged. So this positively charged hydrogen ions will be always going towards the oppositely charged, that is cathode. So at cathode you will get hydrogen and at anode you will get oxygen. So hydrogen gas will be liberated at cathode because hydrogen ions are positively charged. Opposite charge will attract each other. So positively charged hydrogen ions will be attracted towards the oppositely charged electrode, that is cathode. So always remember, if the metal ions are positively charged or the substance which are positive in nature will be always deposited at cathode during electrolysis. And the ion, the negative ion, will be always deposited at anode. So oxygen will be deposited at anode and hydrogen will be deposited at cathode. This process is known as electrolysis of water. So electrolysis of water is an example of decomposition reaction. Here the energy that is used for decomposition is electricity. This type of reactions are also known as electrolytic reaction. Electrolytic reaction. Reaction in which electricity is involved. So second type of decomposition reaction, decomposition by using electricity. Example, electrolysis of water. Similarly, electrolysis of sodium chloride. In the same way, take sodium chloride solution in an electrolytic cell, pass electricity, you will get sodium and chlorine. Another example of decomposition reaction by using electricity. Now there is a third type of decomposition reaction, that is the decomposition reaction caused by light. Decomposition caused by light or sunlight. See, almost all the silver compounds, for example AgCl2, silver chloride, when exposed to sunlight, means if silver chloride is kept in open sunlight, it will decompose to silver and chlorine, Ag plus Cl2. This is an example of decomposition reaction caused by sunlight. Similarly, silver bromide. Silver bromide is a compound that also, on exposed to sunlight, will split into silver and bromine. So, decomposition reactions are three types. Decomposition by heat, which is known as thermal decomposition. Second one, decomposition by electricity. It is known as electrolytic decomposition. Third one is decomposition by sunlight, which is known as photochemical reaction. So, decomposition reactions are three types. Decomposition by heat, that is known as thermal decomposition. Decomposition by passing electricity, that is known as electrolytic decomposition or electrolytic decomposition. And third one is decomposition by light, which is known as photochemical reaction. Actually, this reaction is used in black and white photography. The photographic film are coated by silver bromide. When the shutter of the camera opens for a second, sunlight enters through the shutter and falls on this silver bromide coated photographic film. So this silver bromide get exposed or get decomposed. So that silver bromide will be decomposed to silver and bromine, and the image of the object from where the sunlight comes will be formed on that photographic film. This is the technology behind black and white photography, the old ones, where we were using photographic film behind, and then that film was taken out and washed. So the basic principle of that black and white photography is this: decomposition of silver bromide by sunlight into silver and bromine. So I think the points are clear to you. Decomposition reaction means the reaction in which a single substance is decomposed or broken down into two or more substances. There are three types: by heat, by electricity, or by sunlight. But everywhere one thing is common: some form of energy is needed for decomposition reaction to start. So, decomposition reaction is an example of endothermic reaction, the reaction in which energy is needed. So, decomposition reaction is endothermic reaction. Now, I am moving to the next type of reaction, and that is displacement reaction. The next type is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. You might have studied in smaller class. Displacement reaction can be defined as this: a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. A more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. Such reactions are known as displacement reaction. Example, take copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution, CuSO4, which is blue in color, in a container, and put an iron nail into it. Take an iron nail, tie it on a thread, and put iron nail into that copper sulfate solution. So CuSO4 plus Fe. You can see, while putting this iron nail in the copper sulfate solution for some time, you can see the blue colored copper sulfate solution. Sorry for the trouble. The blue colored copper sulfate solution will be turned into brown because this CuSO4 will turn into FeSO4, and this FeSO4 is green in color, and you can see the brown colored copper will be deposited on that iron nail. I repeat, take copper sulfate solution in a container. Copper sulfate solution is blue in color. Put an iron nail into it. After 10 to 15 minutes you can see the blue colored solution will turn into green in color, and that if you take out that iron nail and see, you can see brown colored copper will be completely deposited over that iron nail. What is the reason? Iron is more reactive than copper. So being more reactive, iron can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. This type of reaction is known as displacement reaction. Iron displaces copper from copper sulfate solution because iron is more reactive than copper. In the same way, take copper sulfate solution that is blue in color and put a zinc strip, Zn, zinc, and watch after 10 to 15 minutes. You can see the color of the solution is now colorless. The blue colored copper sulfate solution will become colorless, and you can see the zinc strip is completely coated with the copper. So I repeat, when you put a zinc strip to the same copper sulfate solution, after some time the solution will become colorless. Reason, it is no more copper sulfate now, but it is zinc sulfate, and zinc being more reactive than copper can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. Now the solution is zinc sulfate is colorless. So this is called displacement reaction. A more reactive metal can displace a less reactive metal from its salt solution. So we have seen metals have difference in their chemical reactivity. So on the basis of this reactivity, metals are arranged. Such an arrangement of metals in the increasing order of reactivity is known as reactivity series or activity series. This will be studied in detail in our next chapter, metals and non-metals chapter. We will study about activity series or reactivity series. But remember, you must know the arrangement of metals in that activity series to study more about displacement reaction. If you know the position of metals in the activity series, then only you know which metal can displace the other metal. The metals which are on the top of the activity series are more reactive, and if you go down, the reactivity decreases. So a more reactive metal can displace less reactive metal from its salt solution. That means iron and zinc are placed above copper in the activity series. That's why iron and zinc can displace copper from copper sulfate solution. So that's all for today. We have discussed two important points today: decomposition reaction and displacement reaction with examples. Please go through the video and ask your doubts in the comment box. Till then, please take care of your health, stay at home and study well. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.